Hello, my queens. This is the sit down, and of course, I am here with the incredible, the iconic, the Emmy Award-winning star of Will and Grace. Hello, Debra Messing.
Hello.
Hi.
So good to see you.
Is it good to see me? It's great to see you.
It's good to see you.
Okay, I wanted, before we talk about Will and Grace, I want to talk about you.
Yeah.
You just had a big birthday. You look incredible.
50.
You better do it. You better do it.
I'm feeling pretty fierce,
You
I gotta
should.
say.
You look great. Your smile, you're giving me everything. What's your secret? Just between us girls.
Oh, gosh. First of all, just eating really clean.
Okay.
It's really boring, but it makes a really big difference.
Yeah.
Like, no sugar, no fried food, no...
Okay, no cake.
Everything that's good, like no gluten,
Okay.
no, all of that stuff. So, out.
Okay.
Tons and tons of water.
Okay.
And my Smile Colgate Optic White.
Okay.
It's just the toothpaste.
All right.
I've been using it for years.
Well, looks are being served.
Thank you. You know what? It's like, he's like, you drink lots and lots of coffee or red wine, and you start, like, you don't realize how, like, dull your smile gets. And then you go back and you look in pictures and you're like, wait a second, why does my smile look gray?
I love it.
And it makes you look a little sort of, like, sad.
A little sad.
And I was like, all right, I gotta up my game. I gotta up my game. I gotta get something with hydrogen peroxide in it.
Screaming.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, you know your stuff because you've been icon. You've been in front of cameras and just doing this.
I've learned a lot.
You've learned some things.
I've learned a lot. And also, I'm a single mom, and so, like, I don't got time for things that don't work.
Okay. I like that.
Right?
And that 2018, it better work.
It better work.
It better work.
They better have figured it out by now. And if they haven't, next.
I love it. Well, let's talk about Will and Grace.
Okay.
Something I loved about the first season coming back last year was that it seems like the joy and the challenge was reintroducing these beloved characters, you know, after years.
Absolutely.
I mean, watching Will and Grace, like, it changed my life. I remember I had a friend and we would call each other and watch it on the phone together and do, like, Jack and Karen's lines.
Oh, my God.
It was like just really important, you know, to see that growing up in Texas. And so, you know, bringing those characters back for the first season last year.
Yeah.
What's the big joy this season coming back this week?
Oh, you know what? It's the whole show is really expanding this season, and so Grace is getting a love life.
All right.
Right?
Amen.
Amen to that. So that's joyful for her.
Okay.
You know, because she needs to get a little action.
All right.
And you know, Jack is getting married, that's a big deal.
Gosh.
Now, Karen, her life is just kind of right now because she's getting divorced.
Yeah, but
it opens up doors to some fun times, right?
Right.
And Will is going to start teaching at college.
I love this.
Yeah, and so there's always, like, young, hot college guys sitting around,
Look
right?
at you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm scandalized.
Oh, my gosh.
Debra.
Yeah, and David Schwimmer is coming on as my love interest. And we've got all these fantastic guest stars. I mean, Alec Baldwin is back.
Chelsea Handler.
Chelsea Handler, Minnie Driver. I mean, it's like chock full of greatness.
Incredible. And I feel like the guest stars have always been a big part of the delight of watching Will and Grace. Do you have a favorite of these recent guest stars?
Oh, gosh.
None of them are watching, so you can they won't know. You can just tell us.
I mean, you know, Alec Baldwin has, you know, that character is part of the family now.
He's canon.
It's part of our canon. And Minnie Driver and Blythe, you know, it's like the people who have been a part of the story before. I think that's the thing that's been really, really special.
Yeah. Was there a guest star from the original run that hasn't been able to come back yet but you're like really?
Oh gosh, I think it would be really fun to have Matt Damon back.
Tell me everything.
Right? Don't you think?
I mean, he just did Saturday Night Live. I mean,
right?
You know, he's out here stunting.
You remember his episode?
What did he do? I mean,
he was the straight guy who was pretending to be gay so he could be in the all-gay choir.
Was it with Jack?
It was just Jack. And then he had me try and seduce him to like out him as being straight.
This has to happen.
I mean, it's great.
We need this.
Yeah,
we deserve this.
Yeah, we need more. We need more of that. And I think Michael Douglas was kind of hilarious as the gay cop.
Oh man.
Who went after Will. That was fun times right there.
I love it. I love it. I mean, something I was curious about, like, do you feel in some ways now it's easier, certainly, I mean, listen, Radical, like a show that's centering gay men and their friendships with women and everything on a sitcom, you know, suddenly it's like political. But now I think people are more open talking about politics. Have you always been this way? You're pretty outspoken now, but I was wondering if you feel freer as Debra Messing to talk about politics.
Oh, I definitely feel freer. I think, you know, when I was younger, I definitely was more concerned about what people thought of me. Now I don't care.
Like, well, yeah.
You know, I think, and I also think it's also been about sort of finding my value. You know, when I came to LA, you know, when I started out, you know, I really didn't have a voice. And I definitely felt like the men on the set were given more respect than the women. And I knew it was uncomfortable, but I didn't know what to do with it.
Okay.
And I had people in my life who were like, you've got to speak up, because it's not going to change unless you speak up. And so, you know, I started out by just sort of advocating for myself. And then when I realized that that was effective, then it was like, oh, you know what? My opinion, you know, I have opinions and I want to share them and I want to start dialogue, and, you know, and now, you know, I get in fights on Twitter and, you know.
And win them.
And win them.
And win them.
And win them. Thank you very much.
Well, to that point, Grace, of course, is running for office this season.
Yes.
And just a couple of weeks, I was talking to Cynthia Nixon. She sat right where you were sitting, and it was really awesome, you know, seeing someone, a proven talent on the stage and on screen, who's also just a fierce political.
Oh, she's incredible.
Would you ever run for office?
No. That unequivocally, no.
No, absolutely. She's not running.
Absolutely not. I do not have the temperament. You know, there's so much bureaucracy and red tape. I think that it would drive me crazy. Like, I would just want to get in there and get things done. And I think all of the negotiating and the politics within politics, I would just have, like, I would not be able to handle it.
No thanks. No thanks. When I learned, like, you have to get used to, they call just sitting in the room where you're just on the phone for hours begging people for money, I was like,
no,
oh,
that's not fun.
That would probably tap me out.
No.
Well, we do want to give you some challenges.
Okay.
Give you some brief challenges.
Okay.
You're pretty opinionated, which we've always loved about you. So we want to do a round of yes or mess. Yes or mess.
This is good.
The signs for you. And we just have, you know, some people, and we want to make you make some choices about them.
Okay.
And topics. Will and Grace as step-siblings. Is it a yes or is it a mess? It's a mess.
It is a mess.
What's your favorite thing about, like, that kind of coming up on the show?
I was shocked. Like, I literally fell out of my chair when they said that was happening. And I was like, okay, you've actually shocked me. Like,
that's good.
You know, I never thought that we would go that far, but it's like they like to paint themselves into corners and to try and force themselves out. So we'll see what happens.
How that works.
Yeah.
Okay, pumpkin spice. Yes or mess? Yes. Okay.
Why not?
Why not? It doesn't move my spirit.
It's not something I run out to get. Okay. But I think that in the Thanksgiving holiday, I think that it's appropriate. Okay.
Very judicious.
I support it.
Ross Geller. Yes or mess?
Say that again?
Ross Geller.
Oh. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Susan Sarandon. I mean, fair. Anything you want to add?
No, I think that says it all.
Yeah, I agree. LaCroix, very controversial around here.
LaCroix?
Yeah, it's a whole thing in the BuzzFeed office.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh my gosh! Let's put that down as a mess. Sparkling.
Is LaCroix? Is that water?
Is the sparkling the fancy little?
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I was about to say.
No.
Okay.
We don't need that.
Dang. All right. Y'all heard it. Kavanaugh. Yes or mess? Yeah, I think we might need a different sign for him. Kanye.
But you can't call him Kanye anymore. Now he's just Ye.
Is he really going to ask us to stick to that?
Yay. I mean, I think that's messy.
I'm just
saying, call me, yay! Yeah, that's not okay.
Yeah, we should go with Yee just to troll him.
Yee.
One more, and this is close to my heart. Bombshell the musical. Oh, thank God. Whew.
Right?
It's just iconic.
Someone just needs to write the story. The book.
Oh, right, because we actually need the full plot of it.
Yes,
Just have a few of the songs.
Yeah, because Julia Houston did not pull off the book.
Dang. You know, she was going through some stuff. It was real.
Yeah, she was going through a lot. But I'm in.
You're in?
Oh, so
All right.
into.
All right, friends. Debra Messing, thank you so much. Again, this is absolute delight.
Oh, gosh, it was great being here.
By. Again, Will and Grace premieres tonight on NBC. Watch it, tweet it, let's talk about it. 4 a.m. to DM up next.